So, we had this TV show called The Ozarks, right? And it deals with, family values, but it also deals with cocaine and also deal with, poppies, heroin, hurt. And so I think there's like a war. And you have to pick a side in the United States. There's lots of drugs. You pick a side, and especially considering this opioid epidemic. You say, what's the root cause of all this stuff? So you go on this, they send everybody out on the Ozark Trail, and you have to figure out your place. You have to figure out your path. And I went on my Ozark Trail, and all I could think of was, we're in a fight to save planet Earth. All these junkies, I've seen things on this path. I've been traveling to different cities, and, I'm landed in Ohio. And so as this dust starts to settle, I start to realize what's happened in my life post-pandemic. We are in a climate crisis. A lot of people aren't aware of this climate crisis and aren't aware that in America we have food security. And as this influx of immigrants comes to our country and they observe our actions, our lifestyle, they say, these people aren't awake. They don't know what's going on globally. They're in an American bubble of oblivious bliss, and they're not fighting to save our planet. They haven't changed their lifestyles. They're living in some Hollywood movie. And so I, United States citizen, gone on this path, seen all these different things, of making huge observations, and I say, my path, my only path going forward, considering what I have observed, is to fight for climate action, to wake up my fellow United States citizens that there is a problem. We are living beyond our financial and planetary means, and we are hurting people around the world. There are extreme weather events happening. There are droughts, famine. People around the world in other countries are being heavily impacted. And they are starting to blame us and the other Western wealthy nations. Let's show them that we are one nation under God. We are better people. And so this recent winning of the Liberty basketball team in New York, I said, you know what? There is this spirit in the United States. There is this high ethical and moral character. There is this desire to persevere, to be triumphant, to make a comeback, and prove to the world that we are God-loving, God-fearing people. We do deserve our food security. We are aware of the climate crisis, and we are making changes. We care. And so I'm in Ohio, and it's kind of like a spiritual kind of thing. And there's rich sides to America, middle class sides to America, poor sides to America. And what people don't understand is, once you've seen the poor sides of America and you see what they do, the lifestyles they live, you must change. Ignorance is bliss. You must change. You must become your best self to help them, or we'll all fail. So I go on Ozark Trail, and I say, I'm going to devote my life to sustain. And they say, no, we want you in. And I say, in? And so I've been in Ohio over a year and a half, and they're saying, we want you in, He said, I've got to keep my wife in her German luxury vehicle. I just had a custom home built. I need to pay that mortgage. I need you in with your people. And I said, you need me in with my people? What are you talking about? And I said, I'm in the spirit. Jimmy Carter's my president. I don't have to do anything. I'm a good Christian girl. And so this is an internal battle. This is an external battle. This is my daily walk. I see her. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm walking a fine line. And so they say, they want you in. I said, what are they talking about? What do you want me in? And so the other day I'm on the bus, and there's an Asian girl. And, there's a man in front of me, a black man in front of me, and he's popping his head doing this. And she looks at me, and I said, God, is this black man on crack cocaine? And I say, my country's in crisis. I say, my people are forced to do the drugs and live and there's white people that are forced to do it too, and there's Hispanics and other people that are forced to get in on the drugs in America. And I said, why aren't there any great new artists? Why is Taylor Swift the only one that's up? I said, what's happened? And so as an artist, I'm a creative person, my own self, I had to do a deep reflection. And I said, I went to the bottom of the ocean, I see the murky water, and this is what I found. My country is in so much economic crisis, so much spiritual crisis, so unbalanced, that when Kamala says I'm advocating for a middle-class society, she really means I'm trying to balance it out before we lose everything. So the least you guys could do is advocate for climate action and change your mentality. Because the only song that's coming to me, the only work of art that's coming to my spirit is a song that I wrote. And it says, smoke that crack, snort that blow, roll that blunt, pop those pills, take a sip, shoot up, and look for dick. They said, Kelly, why would somebody as intelligent and thoughtful and beautiful as you say something like that? Is that the only song you could find? And I said, yes. And I said, who inspired such a song? And I said, Larry Fink of Black Rock. And they said, what? I said, yes. About a week ago, I heard him doing a talk in Berlin talking about infrastructure for data centers. Meaning we don't need people to get an education anymore. We need them singing this song. Smoke that crack, snort that blow, roll that blunt, pop those pills, take a sip, shoot up, and look for dick. And they say, well, Kelly, you're saying Larry Fink of Black Rock is responsible for this? And I said, I did not know it until I heard him talk in Berlin. And he said, I am funding more infrastructure, global infrastructure. You say you're funding more infrastructure. Infrastructure, when you talk about building buildings, construction industry, you're talking about men. When you talk about plumbing, electrical, you're talking about men getting money, being employed in their businesses. When you talk about steel, pipes, windows, concrete, when you're talking about these ideas, these businesses, they're owned by men, they're run by men, they're manufactured by men. Men get the money. And so in order for a woman to get the money, she has to bow down and look for dick. So it's a junkie whore construction con. Build more infrastructure. Me being a woman, I would say we're in a commercial real estate bubble. Look to China, all this unnecessary infrastructure. And you say, we don't need any more infrastructure. We call it Cushman Wakefield, call CBRE, call JLL. They'll tell you they've got lots of vacancies. We need to repurpose some of these buildings. Why am I so against more infrastructure? Because infrastructure, this industry, is accelerating the heating of our planet. Our ice glaciers are melting. Our weather events are becoming more extreme, and we're going to lose. We need to invest in sustainable agricultural communities. We need to advocate for global food security. We are under attack by involuntary, irregular, and illegal immigrants who are watching us, observing us. And they're saying this is what they see in America, a drug and diseased and sexed up society that doesn't care about the suffering going on in other parts of the world. We're in crisis. The blacks are on crack cocaine. Some of the whites are on crack cocaine, and now the Hispanics have joined in, and they're making sacrifices to keep the economy going. And people like Larry Fink of Black Rock, who are saying keep it going, more infrastructure contracts, they're saying kill society. We don't need them. We've got artificial intelligence now. And I say it's going to ruin America. But thanks to the girls from the Liberty basketball team, we have a little hope. We have girls not using their womb and looking for dick. We have girls asking, God, show us the way. Guide us to being high ethical and moral character United States citizens who can lead the world in saving our only habitable planet in the universe. The planet that provides food, sustenance, and water for all. And then you understand what this is really about. Women and children are becoming more empowered to fight back for the good and for the godly. Because if they don't, we will lose everything. Everything. You want to talk about irregular immigrants? I feel them, I see them, observe them. They're watching us. They're on a path to trying to destroy us, our economy, our way of life. We need more robust climate action. We are partially responsible for the global suffering. We pivot now or we lose it all.